The school is in danger. Who is the culprit? You won't believe what happened today at school. Suddenly, an alarm went off in the middle of class, and the news spread like wildfire. The principal's system was hacked, and important documents vanished. Panic hit everyone. Who would do this? What were they after? Stay till the end, you'll be shocked. The police were called, and the principal said someone from our class was involved. But who? Now that you know what happened, let me tell you about the suspects, and you can decide who you think is guilty. Lena, my twin sister, has been acting weird for days. She's been distant, and when I asked what was going on, she brushed me off. The worst part is that last week, she got stuck in the computer lab after school. Guess what? She's one of the few people with access to the system. Then there's Chris. He's always been that quiet guy no one really notices. But lately, he's been spending a lot of time in the computer lab. Yesterday, I saw him leave in a rush, looking around like he was hiding something. On the other hand, there's Anna, my best friend, who just disappeared for a few hours yesterday. When I asked where she was, she gave me a weird excuse, saying she was taking care of some things. Now I'm wondering, is she hiding something from me too? And of course, I can't forget Dylan, the school rebel. He's always getting into trouble and always knows what's going on behind the scenes. Yesterday afternoon, before all of this started, he was seen talking to a strange group of students. He knows more than he's letting on and always seems to be in the wrong place at the right time. Now that you know all the suspects, the mystery only deepens, and every little detail points to something bigger than any of us expected. What really happened that fateful afternoon? Who's hiding something? The police have already started investigating, and rumors are spreading like wildfire in the school hallways. The pressure is mounting, and everyone is scrambling to find an explanation that makes sense, but the stories don't add up. Each student seems to have a different version of what they saw or heard. First, there's Chris. He swore he was just studying in the chemistry lab, but what was he really doing there? And why was he seen leaving in such a hurry right after the alarm went off? Someone mentioned seeing him with a backpack, but no one knows what was inside. Could he be involved in something bigger, trying to cover his tracks? Or was it just an unfortunate coincidence, and he was in the wrong place at the wrong time? Chris has always been seen as the good kid, but everyone has a side that no one knows about, right? Then there's Anna. I've known her my whole life, but her sudden disappearance at the exact time of the incident was super suspicious. She's the last person I'd suspect, but ever since that day, she's been avoiding me. I tried asking what happened, but she changes the subject every time. Could she really be hiding something? What was she doing away from school, and why did she come back so nervous? And then there's Dylan, who's no stranger to trouble. He's always been the rebel, the one everyone expects to mess up. In fact, a lot of people are already pointing fingers at him. He was seen in the library when the alarm went off, and it's easy to imagine he could have been involved. But is it fair to blame someone just because of their reputation? Or did he really cross the line this time? Dylan's always had a knack for getting into dangerous pranks, but would he risk something this big? The deeper we go, the more questions we have. So, what do you think? Who's the real culprit? Now, what worries me most is Lena. My own twin sister, my lifelong partner, she's acting strangely. Ever since this all started, she barely talks to me, and it's driving me crazy with concern. She used to be so open with me, but now it feels like she's hiding something. I don't know if it's just the pressure of the situation or if she actually knows more than she's letting on. Could Lena be involved? I'd hate to think so, but the evidence points in so many directions, it's hard to know who to trust. This makes me question how far I would go to protect those I love. If Lena is involved, should I cover for her or tell the truth? If it were you, what would you do? Would you tell the police everything you know, even if it could hurt someone close? Or would you try to solve the situation on your own, risking making things worse? And most importantly, how do you deal with the fact that someone you love might be lying to you? Every day, the pressure increases. The police are growing impatient and have started interrogating students one by one. I know my name will be on the list soon, and the pressure of choosing between telling everything or protecting Lena is suffocating me. What should I do? And more importantly, who is the real culprit? The whole school is in a constant state of panic. Rumors are flying through the hallways, and it seems like everyone has a different theory about what happened and who's behind it. Some say it was all a big misunderstanding, while others believe there's a bigger conspiracy at play. But the truth? The truth is still hidden in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered. And this is where you come in. Yes, you. I want to know what you think. Who is the culprit? Chris, the goody two-shoes who was in the lab at the wrong time? Anna, the loyal friend who vanished at the exact time of the incident? Dylan, the bad boy with a messy reputation? Or Lena, my own sister, who now refuses to talk to me? Think about every detail, every clue, and try to piece together this puzzle. The decision is in your hands. Who do you think is lying? Who really has something to hide? And, in the end, who deserves to be held accountable for all of this? Sometimes the answers aren't as clear as they seem. Sometimes, the people we trust the most are the ones hiding the deepest secrets. And sometimes, the real culprit is the one we least expect. While you choose between Lisa or Lena, think carefully, who's telling the truth, and who's lying. As the tension in the school only grew, the police investigation continued, and the questions didn't stop. Every student seemed to be involved in some way, but one key piece of the puzzle was still missing. Chris, Anna, Dylan, and even Lena all had something to hide, but nothing seemed to fit perfectly. The school was plunged into chaos, and the rumors had already spiraled out of control. The interviews with the students were becoming increasingly intense. The principal wasn't holding back, and the pressure to find the culprit was mounting. Then, unexpectedly, a new lead emerged, an anonymous message left in one of the school lockers, pointing to someone no one had considered until that moment. Lucas. Anna's crush. If you've watched the previous videos, you'll know who he is. Lucas was always discreet, blending easily into the crowd. He wasn't known for causing trouble or standing out, but this new clue changed everything. The message suggested that Lucas had been at school on the same afternoon the theft occurred and that he was more involved than anyone could have imagined. When Anna was interrogated again, she became visibly nervous. It was clear she was hiding something, and the police soon realized her sudden disappearance wasn't as simple as she made it seem. Under pressure, Anna eventually confessed that Lucas had been with her that afternoon, but he made her promise not to tell anyone. They had secretly met in the music room, the perfect place not to be seen. Suddenly, everything started to make sense. Lucas had access to areas of the school that many students didn't, thanks to his volunteer work in the library and his involvement in organizing school events. He knew the hallways well and, more importantly, knew how to avoid the security cameras. But what Lucas didn't count on was that the police had already found a footprint near the crime scene, and the sole matched the sneakers he wore. The mystery began to unravel. Lucas had planned everything. He knew tensions at the school were high, and if something went wrong, there would be plenty of suspects to divert attention from him. By involving Anna and getting her to lie about his whereabouts, he managed to stay under the radar at first. But he didn't expect the guilt to weigh so heavily on Anna, who deep down knew something was wrong. When the police confronted him with the evidence, Lucas tried to deny it. He made up excuses, claiming he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, but the pressure was too much. With each new piece of information the police uncovered, it became clearer that Lucas was behind the theft. But why? What would drive someone so quiet to commit such a crime? The answer came from an unexpected place, a letter Lena had found days earlier. It was linked to Lucas. He was in a tough financial situation, something few people knew, and had gotten involved with a dangerous group outside of school. The money stolen from the school's treasury was his last-ditch effort to solve his problems. He never wanted to involve Anna or hurt anyone, but circumstances pushed him into making decisions that spiraled out of control. In the end, Lucas confessed everything. He explained that after realizing the situation had gotten out of hand, he tried to backtrack, but it was too late. The police were already on the case, and he knew his chances of getting away with it were slim. The revelation shocked the school, especially Anna, who felt betrayed for trusting someone who had used her friendship to cover up a crime. The mystery was finally solved, but the impact of Lucas's actions left deep scars on everyone involved. Lena, still shaken by her own discovery, tried to comfort Anna, but it was hard to heal the hurt and betrayal. The trust that once existed between friends was now broken, and the school's future remained uncertain. And you? Now that the culprit has been revealed, what do you think of this situation? Would you have suspected Lucas from the start, or would he have fooled you too? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.